Hey guys, welcome to Reddit Stories with everyone's favorite subreddit, Entitled Parents. Our first story is called Entitled Mom Thinks Kid Has the Right to Destroy Artwork. Just for some background info, I'm 14 and work for my school, cleaning up and doing the scoreboard for basketball games. We have a rule, no people in the hallways. Anyways, I was working with my friend when I see a group of boys go into the hallway. I tell them the rule and they leave. They come back again, so I remind them they can't be here. Again, they leave. Now I see a group of girls go into the hallway. 3 of them were 4 and 1 was 8. I tell them they can't be in the hallway unless they're going to the bathroom. The oldest girl said they were. I told her running up and down the hallway giving piggyback rides isn't going to the bathroom. They huffed, but left, and I thought that was the end, but boy was I wrong. I see the girls go back into the hallway again, this time taking artwork off the walls and playing with it. They actually ripped one by doing so. I told them they can't be here, and the entitled kid says, "You're not the boss of me." I told her that it's the school rules. On her way out, she called me a frickin' butthole. I was shocked that came out of her mouth. So I went to the visiting team's coach and asked who her mother is. He pointed to the entitled mother. I went up to her and told her what she said to me and what she did to the artwork. She said, "My baby girl would never do that." I brought her the piece of artwork that she ripped, and she asked entitled kid if she did that, which she denied. So I did the only logical thing to do, which was to get the security footage. I showed it to the entitled mother, who said, "You were harassing her. She had the right to." I was blown back. I went back and forth with her until I asked the referee, who I know through my dad, to eject her. I told him what happened and he agreed. She was irate. 2 other dads had to escort her out and she was calling me a frickin' liar. I told my boss what happened and he felt really bad for me and paid extra for my troubles. Some people have to be a next level of insane to have that mindset. I really can't fathom how someone could be that entitled and delusional enough to see video proof and then still say our poster was the one that was lying. Our second story is called You Aren't Having a Seizure, so we can pet your dog right now. I only made a Reddit account to post this because it still infuriates me. Although I'm not really the victim here, I received full permission from my friend to post it and I need to take out how frustrated I am with people's stupidity. Hopefully it's not too long. I have a habit of rambling, so I hope I didn't do that. Anyway, I have a friend from one of my classes who owns a service dog to warn her about any incoming seizures. Most people are very accommodating with the fact that you're not allowed to pet the dog, and when they do reach over, she lets them know. She told me that before that she never really had any difficulties with people petting her dog because most of them were understanding about it. Neither of us expected it to change, but boy were we in for a surprise. We're walking to the campus library and right before we enter, we see a mother holding a child's hand. It's a community college, so it's very common for people to see children with a parent who might be attending. The child was very interested in my friend's dog, Maxie, considering the fact that he kept turning to look at it. Neither of us cared much about it and continued into the library. The security guard stops the lady and the child, probably to check college ID, and in the meantime, my friends and I show our IDs to the guards, so the guard could let us in. We go in and wait for the elevator when the lady finally catches up to us and waits with us. While we're waiting, the lady turns to my friend and the conversation between her and my friend, we'll call her Alyssa, pretty much went like this. Lady, I couldn't help but notice your dog. He's gorgeous. Alyssa, thank you. Maxie's a girl though. Lady, some question about what breed and other specific questions. Alyssa, she's I know it's a German Shepherd, but I don't know if it's Pierre or whatever. Let's just say Maxie's a German Shepherd. Lady, she's beautiful. Alyssa, thank you. Elevator door opens, we go in. It's just awkward silence beside the few whispers between Alyssa and I, and we reach the 3rd floor. It's empty because it's about 5 in the evening, and most people don't usually stay so late. Alyssa and I sit all the way in the corner. We notice the woman and her child sit on the closest desk to us. It was a bit strange since the rest of the floor was really empty, and she waited for us to sit down before she chose a desk, but we shrugged it off. We're doing our own independent work when both of us hear kissing noises. We look at each other and then the woman, who is making kissing noises to Maxie. Alyssa politely goes, "Please don't distract her, she's a service dog." And the woman responds with, "Okay," and all things are settled. About 20 minutes later, we start hearing kissing noises again, and we see this woman trying to get the dog's attention. At this point, we decide the best idea would be to move, so we left to the other side of the library. We go back to doing our work, and Maxie is very comfortable under the table. After about 15 minutes, we hear shuffling and a tiny little boy walking over and sitting on the table adjacent to ours. He walks up to Alyssa and goes, "Can I please pet your dog?" In which she responded, "No, I'm sorry. Maxie's a service dog, so she can't be distracted." At this point, the mother has arrived and placed her stuff on the table. Both of us begin to get bad vibes about what would happen, and I let Alyssa know not to get too settled in, as we might have to move again. She agrees, and then we go back to whatever work we were doing. We begin to hear kissing noises, and I decide to take matter into my own hands and say, "Ma'am, it's a service dog. You were told once before not to distract it. Please be a bit more understanding about it." This was an awful idea. "Lady, it's not your dog. You shouldn't be talking." "Me? What? That shouldn't matter. You're not supposed to distract someone else's service dog, especially while it's working. End of story." "Lady, why do you even need the dog? You seem fine," directed toward my friend. "Alyssa, I get seizures. I need to know when one's coming so I can get to a safe area." Something along those lines. "Lady, but you're not having a seizure right now, so let us pet it." "Alyssa, Maxie could miss a crucial moment, so I'd rather not." "Sorry." "Lady, come on. We could have pet it so many times by now and you'd still be okay." "Alyssa, I don't let people pet her. Sorry. Please stop asking." At this point, I'm completely packed up and fed up, and both Alyssa and I, and Maxie of course, are walking over to the table we were at before when suddenly, the boy suddenly runs up to us and pets the service dog. Alyssa quickly yanks on the leash and freaks out. She pushes the boy away slightly and we hear, "Don't you lay a finger on my son," from behind. The mother was grabbing her belongings and coming towards us. At this point, we'd gotten the attention of the very few people on this floor, and one of them quickly rushes downstairs to get security. Bless his soul. We were all very startled, especially Maxie, who kept having her leash pulled every time the boy attempted to pet her. He ended up running back to his mother after Alyssa told him to back off. Me, "Ma'am, please keep a better eye on your son. You're not allowed to distract the service dog. Leave us alone." Lady, "Excuse me, I don't see the dog working very hard now, though, do I?" She's nudging her son to go pet it. Alyssa, "The dog needs to remain alert, and when you pet it, you and your son are distracting it." Lady, "I still don't see how a few strokes can hurt you." Still nudging her son to go pet it. Me, "If you don't understand it like that, then think of it in the sense that she's a dog owner who doesn't want you touching her dog. You just don't have the permission to touch it. Now please leave us alone." Lady, "Why? She's such a sweet doggy. I gave my son permission to pet her." As she goes up and starts to pet Maxie along with her son. Door opens, we see a security guard. I swear, words cannot describe how relieved I was. And I can definitely say the same for Alyssa, because she went from being as white as Casper to being as red as the bottle of Sriracha while talking to this lady, let me tell you. It was so hard for both of us to try and stay calm. The security guards asked what's happened, and the woman has the audacity to go, "These kids touched my child." This is around 6:10, which is usually the time I leave to escort Alyssa to her classroom. It's a good 5-minute walk. Although her class isn't until 6:45, mine is at 6:30, and from the library it's a good 10 minutes away. When you walk from her building, it's 15. I don't necessarily need to escort her, but she feels more comfortable having a friend, understandably. I feel more comfortable escorting her as well, as I like to know she arrived in her classroom safely. Both of us are beginning to panic at the thought of being late, and the fact that this woman is blaming us for not keeping an eye on the dog. This just holds us up longer. She then said we let her pet it. This lady kept dragging it. We just wanted to leave. When the lady said that we should have kept an eye out because the dog was just roaming around, 2 students who witnessed the event unfold took our side of things. Things got sorted out and we leave. The guard was totally pointless and no help at all. I'm escorting her to class at 7. Both of us are late, it's dark out, it's cold, both of us are pissed. Hopefully we don't see this bitch again next time we go to the library, because not only was it difficult to get anything done, but both of us are late. I hope karma gets her or something. Cannot believe someone would be so clueless and just keep on trying to pet someone's dog, like regardless of the fact it's a service dog, when they specifically told you not to. And that's all today for our stories of entitled parents. Hope y'all having a great day, and peace.